Hey, good afternoon. I was wondering, I was speaking with a client this morning and she had said, there's one thing that she isn't ready to sort through because she knows she's going to have to give some stuff up. So I'm Jordana from Spaces by Jordana, and I was wondering, do you have that one thing that you've kept for many years that takes up a lot of space, but you're just not ready to get rid of? That one thing for me, just so I'm totally transparent, were my notes, the binders and binders of notes that were done with meticulous perfection when I went back to school at the age of 35. I had a number of instruction manuals, and I had a lot of textbooks. Each one I had a love for. And of course, financially, I had invested quite a bit in. So my thing that took up a lot of space were my school-related items. So for me, honestly, being right out there, that was the last thing that I wanted to tackle when we melded households. I actually brought the 17 boxes of textbooks and notes, perfect notes. I really poured my heart and soul into going back to school at that time. And so I had a love, like a literal love for my textbooks and my notes. And when I got to where I was and discovered I only had so much space, I could no longer have 5 bookshelves full of books and textbooks. I really needed to condense it. And honestly, I left it to the last. And that's often what I recommend for clients. If it's something that you have held onto for a long time that you believe in your heart is a treasure, let that be the last thing you kind of address. That may be a little soft when it comes to other professional organizers, but for me, I am not extremely forceful when it comes to my clients working through that kind of sentimental project. So for me, yes, I discovered how much space I needed. Or how much space I had, rather, and how I had to condense that collection. And it was painstaking for me. I went through every single book, held it in my hand, flipped through it. It was time consuming, and that's when I knew I really had to let things go. And so, by some small miracle, when I got through all of my books, because books are something I have a great love for, they actually fit end to end on this one specific shelf. I have an elevated shelf in my office. So I was flabbergasted when the piles and boxes I created for donation and got out of the house immediately. I asked my partner Tom to just get them out. I can't even look at them. They have to go. And when I finally put the collection of the most sacred items I wanted to keep up on the shelf, they fit perfectly. So I was pretty proud of myself. And as far as the notes, the painstaking, perfectly written notes, and some of you may cringe when you hear this, but I burnt them. It was all paper, but I burnt them. I took every single note out, and I donated all the binders. There was probably 8 of those super thick binders, and I donated them. I do have the specific reference books for my anatomy and my acupuncture information. I couldn't let those go. But I also know in this tech age, everything is accessible online. So it was a process. And yes, I put it off because it was honestly so difficult to do. But when it comes to working with my clients, I'm there to assist them. I'm not there to go in and just clear. That's just way too easy to just clear everything out, throw it in a box, throw it in a dumpster. That's not really what it's about for me or when I'm working with my clients. So I understand the process. I will have consideration in that process when people are going through whatever it is they're most passionate and attached to. So that's my little thing for today. As always, Jordana from Spaces by Jordana. I invite you to check out my website and reach out and touch base with me anytime you need me. Bye for now.